Learn the secrets of success. Exclusive insights and information from the experts. Tag Radio. Ready to let your mind go wherever technology leads? Then tag, you're it. Tag Radio. Here today. Imagine tomorrow. Local exchange carriers and the future of the telecom industry, more like the chase for college football's national championship than your traditional evolving marketplace. A roller coaster season of upsets and shockers as the voice and high-speed internet services markets for both business and residential products sees clean sweeps, expansions, mergers, acquisitions, and several large competitive local exchange carriers pull away from the pack. Greetings, everyone. It's Tuesday, November 20th, 2007, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. And the Tech Talk game day subject matter turns to the telephone. It's not your father's Oldsmobile anymore, as local exchange carriers are taking it to the perennial champs big time, producing ambitious growth numbers and implementing fast-track expansion plans. Tino speaks with Vincent Oddo, President and Chief Executive Officer of Access Integrated Networks, a hometown local exchange carrier that began in Macon, Georgia, little more than a decade ago, that has grown to become the voice and data services champ provider of choice for over 1,000 communities throughout the southeastern United States. Vincent is a 25-year-plus veteran of the telecom and media industry and served for several years as Chief Operating Officer of Network Telephone in Pensacola, Florida. While under Vincent's leadership, Network Telephone was recognized as one of Inc. magazine's top 500, and his achievements have been featured in Business Week, Wall Street Journal, and Network World, among many others. Access announced earlier this month that it had merged with Birch Telecom, with customers in more than 161 metro markets across 17 southwestern and southeastern states, to create a combined company of 300,000 voice and data lines, 100,000 small and medium business customers, 400 employees, and $200 million in annual revenues. Vincent is poised to lead the combined company as it heads upfield to score even bigger successes. Local exchange carriers and the future of your phone connection. Tina goes into the future of telco with Access President Vincent Oddo. Game on.
Vinny, thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on the recent acquisition of Birch Telecom. Can you tell our audience a little bit about what compelled Access to make that acquisition, and how might it change your direction?
Sure, Tino. The prime impetus to make this acquisition was to create more scale for the overall business in a consolidating market, which is really where telecom is today. In order to achieve the kind of efficiency that we're looking for, we need to add more scale. And the Birch acquisition, does that for us, terrifically. We also had 4 other acquisitions that we did prior to this during the last 18 months, which also just added more scale to us. In terms of future sort of directions for the company, in addition to acquiring more customers in the current 9 states that Access operates in today, it also, this acquisition allows us to broaden our scope into the Southwest, and so there are a number of new states that we're adding, and there's some great density in those states, and that really helps us to sort of position us for our future growth, which will be not just in the Southeast, but it'll be now in the Southwest as well.
Well, that's great. Just for our audience, again, logistics-wise, your headquarters are in Macon, is that right?
Our operational center is in Macon, and our headquarters is in Atlanta.
Okay. And Birch was, where were they located?
Birch has a headquarters in Kansas City, Missouri, with an operational center in Emporia, Kansas, which is about an hour and a half west of Kansas City.
Well, we always like to see growth in companies that are in the acquiring side that are headquartered here. There's been a lot, as you probably know, of the reverse happening in the last couple of years, so it's good that you guys are growing here. In terms of your recent purchase, what will that do in terms of your headquarters here? What kind of commitment do you have for Georgia?
Sure.
And what are you looking at there?
Sure. No, that's a really good question. The headquarters of the combined company will continue to be Atlanta, and we'll expand our headquarters facility a little bit here in Atlanta. The bigger expansion is going to come in our operations center in Macon, which we just love having our operations center close to us. It's only an hour south of the airport, so it's really very, very close. And we're going to grow the size of that operations center by probably 50% as we bring this acquisition online. We'll have a fairly large number of the Birch customers serviced out of our facility in Macon. Well, we're also going to keep the Emporia, Kansas facility, that operations center, open as well, and we'll sort of level load it between the two of them and use those two call centers / operation centers to our advantage. But the Macon center will experience a good bit of growth, and the headquarters will definitely continue to be Atlanta.
Well, that's great. TAG being a state organization, we love to see the growth certainly in the Atlanta area, but particularly in an area like Macon. You must be one of the larger, if not largest, technology-related companies in that area. Is that correct?
Yes, very, very much so. There are a number of other call centers that operate in the Macon area, but Macon traditionally has been more of a distribution hub for a lot of companies. It's a wonderful area for that because it's in the center, sort of the center of the state, with easy access to Atlanta, to Savannah, to Florida, to Alabama. So it's been more of a distribution hub traditionally. So we're really pleased to be one of only a handful of very clean, high-tech type of industries there, and we just really enjoy it. That there's a great group of employees that are available. Staffing is fairly easy in that area. The folks are well educated, loyal. We've been in business for almost 12 years, and for almost all those years have been in the Macon area. So we just love it. We're very, very committed to that, and our headquarters here in Atlanta, we're absolutely committed to that as well.
Well, it's great to have you here. As I said, you had mentioned this isn't your first acquisition. I think you said 4 others. So I need to ask you, once you digest this, is part of your strategy to continue to acquire as part of this consolidation?
Yes, we're going to continue to look for strategic acquisitions where they make sense. We're not going to be buying businesses or customers or assets in very disparate parts of the country or all over the world. Those don't interest us. We're going to try to stay in the areas where we already have a dense population of customers. So that means the Southeast and the Southwest. But we are definitely going to continue to be acquisitive, strategically acquisitive, and we're going to integrate this as fast as we can, integrate the Birch acquisition as fast as we can, so we can turn our attention to the next acquisitions. We definitely see that in our future.
Now you're one of a number of competitive, large local exchange carriers in Georgia, and so I think our listeners would be interested to understand how Access differentiates itself from the marketplace.
Well, I think there's a couple of things that come to mind. The first is that our commitment is to building sort of new age or new technology type of networks. For the last 100 years, the traditional telephone network has served the public very well. But beginning several years ago, with the digital transformation, a new type of network has started to emerge. And that's the kind of network that we build. And it's a converged network of voice and data on one pipe. But it's a closed network, not using the public internet. It's using our own closed network where we can control quality. But that kind of converged voice and data on one pipe network has served us very well. So we continue to roll out those kind of networks. That does differentiate us quite a bit from others in the marketplace who have more traditional voice and data separate networks. When you combine the networks, you can do things very advanced kind of features become very simple and very de rigueur, very normal. And the kinds of features that we can give our customers essentially for no or low cost are things like 4-digit dialing between locations if they have multiple locations. And many of our customers are small businesses that have 3 or 4 branches, and they can just call among their branches with 4-digit dialing. Find me, follow me type of features where you can by yourself set up your phone number to automatically ring to a second or third number as you change your schedule and you're out on the road and you want your office phone to be forwarded to your cell phone or your office phone to be forwarded to another branch where you're going to be for that day. Those kind of features, simultaneous ring, so you can set up your phone system to ring in simultaneous and at the same time in two or more locations. We also have a disaster recovery call routing feature set up so that if something should happen to your phone, it will automatically route the calls to a place that you designate as that you want them routed. So we have all kinds of nice features and different features. We've combined our voicemail into our email system as well, so that when you take our package, all of your voicemail messages are routed as an email to your email account, so you can just click on them and listen to them. All of these kinds of converged kinds of services are the kinds of things that really do set us apart. And separate from the technology, which is really, really, really key to to who we are, separate from that, another thing that we do very, very well and that separates us tremendously from the pack is our world-class customer service. We service mostly small and medium business customers. We do have some residential, but mostly the residential is related to the small or medium business customer owner. And for those customers, it's essential that we offer high-quality customer service. We answer the phone with a human being in less than 30 seconds. In every case, I measure that every week. It's a much more personal type of service, and it's evidenced by us just in the past couple of months being awarded a Call Center Excellence Award from Purdue University, who measures call centers across the country, and this award is given out to a very tiny fraction of the call centers throughout the country. But we do care a great deal about handling our small business customers in a really personal way, because they've got their business to run, and we want to take that burden off of them. If they've got an issue, they call in, they talk to a person immediately, and we resolve their issue as quickly as we can. Those two things, the technology, the features, the network, the converged style of network we have, along with world-class customer care, are the things that really do set us apart.
Okay, I have time for one more question. With the Bell South acquisition by AT&T, and you've had a relationship with Bell South. So how does the relationship now that it's been acquired by AT&T? So I guess the question I'm asking you is has it been affected in terms of what you're doing now with AT&T?
No, not really. We've become a bigger customer of AT&T's because now we're in both of their sort of territories, the Southwest and the Southeast. So we're a bigger customer of theirs. But it really hasn't affected it in a gigantic way. We're still a big customer. We also compete with them at a certain level as well. But it really hasn't affected it.
All right. Well, we've been talking with Vincent Oddo today, who's President and Chief Executive of a company here right in Atlanta, and Access Integrated Networks. And Vinny, thanks for joining us on Tech Talk today.
Great, Tino. Thank you.